Happy hello, this is Caitlin, your military relocation professional here in Colorado Springs. And today for our Tuesday Topics video, we're going to be going over how you can make money with your VA loan, as well as some misconceptions about your entitlement. All right, here we go. Before we start, I want to go over something that's a really common thought, and I want to see whether you know the correct answer. So I'm going to say a statement here, and then just think to yourself whether that's true or false. I can only use my VA entitlement one time. If you said false, that is true. You can use your VA entitlement multiple times, and there are different ways that it can be released. The most standard way to release it is to pay it off. So if you pay off your mortgage, or if you were to sell the home and move into another home, you are able to do that. However, there's also a special way to release it, and that is if you have your current home, you set it up for refinance, but you still own that property that's secured by the loan. You can use your entitlement one additional time, and then you can use that to purchase the home. You have your full entitlement back, and that will show on your COE letter. Now, that being said, there is one really critical thing to remember about restoring your entitlement in that manner, and that's that you can only do it one time. So in the future, if you wanted to do this again, you would be required to dispose of one of those properties in order to use your VA loan. Now, of course, you could use a conventional loan or something like that, but the VA does have requirements on that particular piece. Now, one thing that people don't know about their entitlement is that if you have not used the full portion of it, you can actually use it for multiple properties without having to worry about all of that other stuff. So say for instance, just for easy numbers, that your entitlement is $600,000 and you bought a house for $290,000. You go to another state, then you want to buy a house for $310,000. Because that fits into that $600,000, you are able to do that just fine. Now, the reason why this is really cool is that with PCSing, with moving to different places, you can actually use it to build wealth. So if you were to hold on to that property of your current duty station and go to another one, you can rent this property out. You can hire a team to help do that, like a property management team, so that you're not having to worry about that. But you can rent it out at a profit, and then you can move to the new state, buy another house, and you can live in that one while you're making rental income here. Then, if you go to another state, you can always put the first home under like a conventional loan instead, and then you can move to that new state and buy another one. And a lot of people have done this over the years, and they just buy a house at every location, rent out the previous home, and then maybe they end up in their dream state, and that's where they want to stay when they retire. Once you do that, you've built up all of these rental properties that are not only making you monthly income that's passive because you're not having to do anything for it, but you also have all of these abundance of resources and equities in those homes that you're able to sell later. And so you've built your assets up as well. So this is an amazing way to kind of take something that's given to you for your service and turn it into something to create not only wealth for yourself, but generational wealth as a kind of perk to your career, because you've served our country. So obviously, you deserve to live well afterwards. Now, one other thing that you can do to help build wealth is to buy a duplex or a fourplex or something like that with your VA loan, and then you live in one unit and you can rent all of the other ones out so that you're actually making money while you're in the property. And because you're living in one unit, it still counts as, one property. So you could even buy a property and then buy a second one with that restoration of your entitlement, and you could have two duplexes or two fourplexes so that you have multiple rental units. And this is just another way to, again, collect passive monthly income as well as build those assets up for the future. All right, that is all that I have for you today. If you did like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe so that you don't miss the one next week. I do release these every single Tuesday. And if you do live in Colorado Springs, go ahead and shoot me a text or call me at the number right here. And I would be more than happy to connect you with a lender here in the Springs. And then as soon as you're done with your numbers and everything, we can go do the fun part and shop for some houses. Other than that, thank you so much for your service, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.